Hi everyone, my name is Catherine Ernst. I'm the Program Manager of the Global Social and Sustainable Enterprise MBA program here at Colorado State University. We are located in beautiful Fort Collins, Colorado, just on the Front Range. We're a great little college town nestled against the Rocky Mountains. And we really hope that you guys all get to come join our program and be part of our GSSC family here in Colorado. I'm glad that you're deciding to watch the webinar. It means you're interested in learning more. So I'm going to tell you in the slides, there will be a little bit of information about the program and the courses, the schedule, introduce you to some alumni, talk about some of their ventures, and hopefully get you as excited about this program as I am as an alumni myself and now the program manager. If at any point you have any questions, just make sure to jot them down and email them to me afterwards, and I'll be back in touch with you quickly. Okay, I'm going to go to the slides. Okay, as I mentioned the agenda, we're going to start with the purpose and mission of the Global Social and Sustainable Enterprise MBA program. So our purpose is to prepare our students to design, build, and manage entrepreneurial ventures that impact social and environmental challenges. So looking at this diagram, you can see that we operate in the intersection between entrepreneurship, sustainability, and global challenges. And that's really a unique differentiator for our program and sets us apart from other MBA programs around the world. Our goals are that by 2020, we'll have graduated 325 students who will be engaged in addressing global challenges through their organizations and their entrepreneurial ventures. We were founded in 2007. We are a full-time on-campus program. RI is resident instruction, and that means that your classes are taught in person here at Colorado State University. We historically have 25 to 30 students every cohort. We are a cohort-based approach, which means that you take all of your classes together with your other students in your program. And about a third to half of those students will be international, and the rest will be from the United States. But everybody has really diverse experience coming into this program. The program is currently 3 semesters, and it includes a summer practicum, which is 40 days of fieldwork. And one of our key differentiators is the fact that we have a venture creation process, which is sort of our pedagogical approach. It's the way that we teach our program, and it's fully integrated into your coursework. So you won't just have one class focused on venture creation. It'll really be a theme throughout the majority of the program. The Wonder Team. All right, so there's lots of names that you've probably been seeing on our website and on emails. Paul Hudna is our director. He is also sort of the founder of the program and one of the key faculty members in the program. I am your program manager, so I have oversight over the entire student process from marketing and recruitment all the way to alumni relations. While you're in the program, your main point of contact will be Shelby Sack, our academic support coordinator. And Nicole Johnson will support the program through a bunch of event facilitation, helping you with the travel plans for the summer and all sorts of other ways. The program is also guided by our academic council, which is 3 faculty members who also teach in the program. And we're really pleased to have their guidance and oversight, and they're really in charge of keeping the curriculum fresh and making sure that we're addressing topics that are new to the space and that evolve year on year. Currently, the curriculum, as you see here, starts in the fall. All of our students start in the fall. We do not have a spring intake. And you'll take some of the kind of basic MBA courses, right? Accounting, IT, there's a Teams and Leadership class. There's also an Economics of Ecosystem Services class, which really gives students an introduction to how the natural world and the environment actually provide very important services and sort of the economics behind that. So it's a really good introduction to some of the sustainability aspects that you'll be addressing throughout the rest of the program. And then the entrepreneurship course is where you will really start to delve into different business models and hybrid approaches to development issues and ways that business really play into this space of making the world a better place. In your second semester in the spring, you'll take a finance course. The quantitative business analysis course is a statistics class where you'll learn how to design surveys and then analyze the data that you've collected from those surveys. You'll have a supply chain management class where you get to learn all about getting your products to market. And you'll have a marketing class where you get to help design your own marketing plan and segment your market so that you can be prepared for the development of your business plan over the summer. The Venture Practicum is, again, 40 days of fieldwork. This fieldwork can be conducted anywhere. So a lot of our students really prefer to travel internationally, but it's not a requirement that it be travel-based or international. We include the US in our definition of global. So ventures that have a domestic market can stay here over the summer, and ventures that have a market abroad will likely be abroad for the summer. The idea is that you'd come back from your summer semester and you've had this really practical, hands-on, from the ground up approach to your market, your opportunity, the challenges in the fields, the partners on the ground. So your venture is based in reality. It's not just a theoretical venture that you cooked up in a classroom, but it's based on a on the ground approach. And you're going to design business models based on that on the ground experience. And that's really where you're going to be working in the fall, is on filling out your final business plan. You're going to be examining the legal and ethical contexts of running that business, and you're going to learn about how to manage businesses across countries and across continents. And finally, there's a financing class that will be sort of focused on entrepreneurial finance and how these ventures can get funded and how to do term sheets and all sorts of really exciting entrepreneurially finance-oriented topics. End of the day, the general theme is we're combining a business education with social enterprise incubation, and that is our GSSE MBA. So who are some of our students and alumni who've come out of the program? I mentioned that I myself am an alumni. I graduated with the second cohort of students, and so I've had the real pleasure of getting to know all of the students in the GSSE program, including these 6 alumni that you see here on the screen. I just threw a sample up. I could have chosen so many amazing people to include in this. It's really hard to select which ones to highlight. I change them pretty often because we have some pretty remarkable alumni, and it's really fun to tell their stories. So I'm going to talk about a few of these students in a little bit more detail when I talk about their ventures, but I just wanted to point out that across the board, you can see that there's diversity in their careers, and both in that they are founding their own businesses, but also working for other organizations, both corporate organizations, as is the case with Greg, who works for OtterBox, as well as nonprofit organizations like Leo, who works for Mohammed Yunus Social Bank. And that's kind of the case across the board. We find that the GSSE skill set is actually very applicable in any industry, and those skills can be translated into any type of career. And so it's often the combination of the skills before the program plus the business skills and entrepreneurship skills you gain during the program that leads students to their career after the program. We have amazing alumni success stories, but we also have amazing alumni ventures. So I just wanted to point out a few of these because this is really kind of the heart of the program. Yes, students will all go on to do other things. A lot of students continue building their ventures as well, but after graduation, your world is sort of opened up. You've often changed trajectories, and you never know. But all students will start a venture in the program, and some of those ventures continue to operate after graduation. And we're proud of all of our alumni. We're also proud of our ventures. So I'm just going to tell you about a few of them because I think it's a really good snapshot of what the GSSE MBA is all about. So EYES is one of the first ones that came out of our program. It was in my cohort, actually. Zubaida and I were classmates. Zubaida Bai, this is the founder. She basically discovered that there is a huge problem with having sterile births in clinics in India. There was a really high infection rate during birth. And it's a huge health hazard, but it's a simple solution. It just requires clean materials. And so she was, she's an engineer, but she realized that there was a simple, elegant solution to this problem. And so she designed a $2 birth kit that has all you need to have a sterile birth in a rural clinic. And it is sold in a very nice hand-stitched pouch that can be reused by the women as a purse. She has sold these kits now in dozens of countries in the hundreds of thousands, raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. She's won all sorts of fellowships and awards for this business. Founded in 2008, so it's been operating for many years now. It's her full-time job as well as her husband's full-time job, plus she has a whole bunch of other employees. And it was sort of one of the first, certainly not the first and not the only, but one of the first success stories of our program that really took a business out of pilot stage and actually started to scale. So we're very proud of EYES. This is just a picture of what is sort of in the kit. You can see it's really simple. It is not rocket science. And often we see that simple solutions can be some of the best. Venture success number 2 that I'd like to point out is Mama Carts. So this is Rachel. Rachel Miller, obviously not from Benin, but she was a Peace Corps volunteer in Benin in West Africa. And when she graduated from GSSE, she and a few other of her classmates who weren't on the same team together during the program, they got together right as they graduated and came up with the idea that you could have a central kitchen in an urban neighborhood in a country, in a city, in an urban setting, and that central kitchen could be making healthy, full, nutritious meals and be distributing out to the food carts that are really common in these parts of these cities and sell often very unhealthy food, like lots of fried food. But there's no reason they saw that those food carts couldn't be selling complete and nutritious meals that were also delicious and affordable. So they are currently conducting their pilot in Benin. They have a whole bevy of these food carts out around the city, and these women who are running them and women in the central kitchen who are preparing the meals. They were founded in 2012 and are still functioning today. You can see them serving up food at one of their many locations. So they are sort of rethinking the entire urban food environment in Benin and are really at the leading edge of this field and are very excited to have an important place in that economy at this point. And finally, I'll end with Fargreen. So Fargreen is one of our more recent graduates. She graduated in 2014, and her name is Chang, and she's from Vietnam. And she had this sort of epiphany in the program where she realized that, so Vietnam is the second biggest exporter of rice in the world. And you can see this rice field behind her in the picture here. And you can imagine that after that rice is harvested, they take the tops off the rice, but it still leaves behind about a foot of straw. And right now, what they do to clean the field is they just burn it. So that creates a really big health hazard as well as an environmental hazard. It's really heavy particulate burn, so it's very bad to breathe in. It's really bad for the environment, and it really ruins this beautiful country for the burning season. So Chang had this moment where she realized, why are they burning this field? Surely there's something else you can do with that straw. You can make a productive use out of it and not just treat it as a waste product. So she started researching, what do other places do with straw waste like that? And she discovered that, sure enough, there's a lot you can do with that straw. And one of the main things that she realized is you can grow mushrooms off of it. Now, mushrooms are really popular in Vietnamese culture, but right now they're largely imported from China. And the rising middle class in Vietnam is starting to demand more transparency in their food. And particularly, they have a problem with all of the food being imported from China. And they would really rather support Vietnamese businesses and Vietnamese food. So, huge opportunity here to produce mushrooms off of the rice straw, which therefore reduces the environmental hazard, reduces the pollution, increases income for the rice farmers, and provides the Vietnamese market with a healthy, fresh, and transparent, locally produced, high-quality mushroom. Now you can see that Chang has had quite a bit of success. She's won all sorts of competitions, a bunch of prize money, fellowships just like EYES and Zubaida from the second cohort. And she is currently in Vietnam, in Hanoi, and running Fargreen as a full-time business for her and has a whole staff on as well. So Chang is our more recent story. You can see their workshop in Vietnam where they're growing sample mushrooms and training farmers how to do this as well. We're incredibly proud of all of our alumni, but also of our ventures, and we love to see their success stories. And it's part of what kind of brings us all together here to do what we want to do and to join in on the GSSE journey. So I'll stop there. I know it's not really a lot of fun to sit through a bunch of slides and just hear a voice. And so I'd be happy to talk to you on the phone or receive your email. Here's all my contact information. And if any of that inspired any comments or questions at all, please just send them to me or give me a call, and I'm happy to chat with you about any of this and about the program. And I'm really glad that you made it this far and that you listened in. I hope it was helpful to you. So I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and we'll be in touch. Thanks.